later? Where's the career at this point?
Right now we just started we're trying to work a little bit harder on writing a new record. Finished up a long summer, trying to do as much as we can with our time right now, really.
Going to Europe in winter with Killing the Dream, you know? Yeah. We're just trying to do a lot more tours. Agnostic Front, touring them right now. It's great.
Yeah, Agnostic Front, some of the best dudes to tour with. It's awesome tour with a band you've been listening to since freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Have you guys learned anything since, I guess, I don't know, 4 months ago? Like, because you've been on the road constantly.
We have a couple new songs I've learned.
It's hard to say, really. Like, we meet a lot of cool people all the time. Like, I wouldn't say we learn stuff. We pick up on little things. You know what I mean? It's cool.
We learned that it's important to find beer early in the night because the liquor store will close, and that leaves us in the dust.
Canada's different, way different than the States. You got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
What gets you through each day? What makes you tick? You know, because you're a different bird. You know, you're a different kind of guy. So,
I don't know what makes me tick necessarily, but I mean, I don't really know. I don't tick too much. Well, I'm kind of solitary. I mean, I hang out with my 5 best friends pretty much 4 months out of the year in a van. And that's probably the happiest time I have all year. And besides that, we all go to college, except Mike's a newly.
How are you gonna do that?
He's newly in the working world. He's gonna make a lot more money than all of us. But you know, I don't know. I don't really. Not a lot bothers me, but I don't see a lot. Like, I don't know. That's kind of. I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit buzzed right now, so you're gonna have to forgive my lack of eloquence.
I like that. I'm more antisocial than anyone in this band will ever be, but I can talk to anyone in that room upstairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's part of the great thing about being on tour. You can relate to everyone that comes out to see you. You know? It's awesome.
It's a lot different. It's a lot different being at a hardcore show every night than it is going to like.
Going to a classroom.
Yeah, you know? Going and hanging out around Boston or something. It's like you have something in common with all these people that you wouldn't at home. Like, you all care about the same type of music. Like, you all kind of feel the same way overall about humanity as a whole. And like, it's a different type of person that would come to a hardcore show than then would go to fucking a club at night and spike up their hair and wear a shitty t-shirt and fucking, I don't know.
We try to do our own thing, you know. We listen to a lot of different kinds of music, like everyone in the band, so, you know, it all comes together, and like whatever we produce, we produce. I mean, a lot of bands sound the same, but a lot of good bands sound different. You know what I mean?
That's kind of been our thing since the start. Like, we kind of wanted to go for something a little bit different. You know what I mean? Not really all the kind of bands that were doing the same thing. We kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. I think it's worked in our favor. So it's been cool. It's been a lot of fun.
I think the best bands are probably the bands that take from their influences and make something new and unexpected than the bands that try to replicate their influences more often than not, you know? Like, most of the, like, if you're going to be influential, you're going to do something that someone else hasn't heard before, you know? And I don't know if we're at that point yet, but hopefully sometime we can make something that actually, you know, hits home and somebody else will take and make even better further on down the road, you know? It's all about progression through music.
How do you feel on the Death Wish roster? Do you feel...
Treat us great. They're really good to us, and yeah, I think we fit in pretty well. We're kind of weird guys. They're kind of weird guys. But no, everything works out great with them. They're awesome, and they treat us real well, so we're happy to be with them.
I'm just glad to be on Death Wish. Just glad to be on Death Wish. They're awesome dudes. They treat us well. We do what we can for them, you know? It works out great.
I don't know if there's a better label than hardcore right now that'll take care of their bands and care and show as much interest as they do. I mean, I'm sure most labels do, but I mean, we've only had personal experience with them and Rock Vegas. Both have been phenomenal and very helpful and helped us, you know, form our sound and given, like, I've only been in the band for a year, but them on Rock Vegas and whatnot it's boosted a lot. Everybody's been helpful, and without the labels, I don't think any of us would be anywhere right now, you know? They've been really helpful.
Now, you're studying psychology, right?
Yep.
That's what I recall from you told me. Do you have any opinions on, you know, I don't know, the medicalization of depression and of, you know, mental health?
I don't think you don't need a pill for everything. Like, some things can be solved by simple conversation with friends, but obviously there are chemical imbalances in different people's heads, and everybody works differently. You know, you're gonna be everybody's going to be different than the next. I don't know if there's necessarily different like diagnoses and such, like bipolar disorder or whatnot. It's more complex than that, you know. I mean, it's individualistic. It's not. You can't group these things into different categories and expect to solve them with medication. There's a lot more that needs to go into it.
So what are some of the ways that people can, address, mental health, depression, in your opinion, other than drugs?
I don't know. Play in a hardcore band, play your ass off and have a good time. Get out all your anger on stage. I'm a pretty happy person apart from when I'm playing. I mean, everybody's pissed off at some point, but that stage is an outlet for all of us to get out our aggression and be happier people, I think.
What are some of the things that piss each one of you off?
How long is this interview?
Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
When people don't use their blinkers. People as ignorant as me. And when Anthony, our singer, doesn't shower. I'll leave it at that.
Wow. Where do I start? Anyone who looks at me the wrong way pisses me off. That sums it up. Tim?
I think that changes day to day based on my mood.
The Buffalo
And the
Police
Buffalo Police Department. Definitely the
716.
Buffalo Police Department.
For what reason?
For arresting me and beating me up. That's about it.
So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we don't really need to go deeper into it.
Come on. He was acquitted. He was acquitted.
I do not have a criminal record right now.
What was the incident?
Being loud in public and officers misinterpreting and not giving anyone a chance to explain, basically.
Just how all cops behave, you think?
No. There's honest policemen. There's everybody has the ability to be honest. I mean, you can't really stereotype one different profession from the other, saying that they don't do their job right. I mean, there's always going to be people that don't do their job right, but police more often than not can be helpful.
Except the Arizona police.
Yeah, except the drug enforcement.
Except the drug enforcement.
Yeah, the ones that take Freddy's on crystal meth. He's clean, by the way.
Yeah, I was completely sober and I got accused of being high on meth. Almost went to jail for it. It was.
You spent an hour and a half in the.
Hour and a half in the desert. They called in a specialist to test me. 100% clean.
No drugs in the van.
No drugs in the van. Dogs went through it. People went through it.
Didn't catch us riding dirty. Because we don't ride dirty.
It was a long day in the desert. It was a long day in the desert.
Now, those are two very serious examples, of mistreatment by cops. But you see a lot of real generalizing. I mean, so a lot of people saying "fuck the pigs." Do you think it's still relevant, that sweeping generalization of all cops pushing down the impoverished? And I mean,
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. A cop sees someone walking down the street that might be a little different than someone else. I think they're a lot more likely to, sort of crack down on them as opposed to, a businessman walking down the street, I don't know, I feel like cops sometimes take advantage of people that might look weaker than others.
I think cops are as guilty of stereotyping as we are. I think that's a big problem. I'm saying, creating impressions on broad generalizations are a hard thing to deal with, and I think it's a problem. I think police are as guilty, if not more, because it's their job. It's their job to go out and find the person that's doing wrong in society, and more often than not, it's going to be the person, walking down the street all dressed in black, fucking with their head down, looking pissed off. But it's wrong. It's wrong to be thinking that, And just as we generalize them, they generalize us, and it doesn't benefit either of us, realistically.
Unless you have any final words, any people you want to give a shout out to, people you love, people you hate.
I think we'll stick with the good. Our good friends band, the Bonus Army, has a new record coming out in Rock Vegas.
Mission Group.
Mission Group. First release, so look out for that. It's called Negative Outlooks, and should be out within the next couple months. So keep an eye out for that band. And
Death Wish.
who else got some new releases? Ours next year, within the next year. Keep an eye out for that. I think that's it.
Energy just put out a record on Bridge 9. Check that out.
Yeah, they're going to be in Europe with Slapshot soon. They're are they done playing with Bane right now? Bane and H2O. They just went out with them, so hopefully they'll be blowing up soon. They're good dudes and they're a good band.